Hey guys, right, this is a model railway video. However, I should just mention I am going to start uploading some other videos with some other sort of projects going on at the moment. There is a few different things I'm kind of dabbling in right now, and I kind of want to share them all because they all interest me. So yeah, we will get round to that hopefully shortly. A couple more days I'll have another video for you, etc. But today I have a running session for you, a train locomotive running session. We have two tracks powered. They are end to end at the moment because we've got like an isolated section where we haven't quite finished wiring up. But I thought, it's time. We need to see some trains actually running right now, today. You know, it was okay. We wired up a track, well, in the winter because we just wanted to get some engines running. But yeah, now we are looking at it properly and yeah, going over it. The electrical side kind of failed. We had some other issues and we had to look at rewiring it all. If I've got that photo, I'll still upload it with this video or mould it in to the video. We've changed the station platform. That is now two separate sections. You're going to have the station platform and then you're going to have like a suspension or girder bridge running parallel to the station. The reason why is we're going to have some sort of scenic, also not goods yard, but like a dock or some shipping yard or construction site. We're going to have some sort of scenic section up front. So as you stand at the baseboard, let's say scenic, then the girder bridge, and then at the far back is a station. Or at least that's the plan going forward from this point. We are going to go around the track and change some bits up now for this reason. Changing the station platform means we are going to need to link up these tracks elsewhere in the circuit. So we will go around full loop and change up the track, put some new points in, and yeah, just take a good look at it and realign some of the track. It's not causing any trouble. For instance, the Flying Scotsman, all the wheels and the bogies can be a bit funny on different kinky curves if you like. So yeah, we want to go around and try and make it as clear and a nice sort of something nice and fluid, so that yeah, when they're longer trains with more wheels can really take those curves and handle it a lot better. But I need to keep this short, guys, because the battery on the camera is going to die. However, I'm saying this, we are using my iPhone at the moment. We are going to jump over, hopefully, to my new GoPro camera. Hopefully the footage will be a lot better than this thing, but can't promise anything. I can't really promise much at the moment. It's the first time I'm going to use the camera, but I've been meaning to do it for a little while, and I think a good running session of trains is the best opportunity to use the new camera. So yeah, feel free to comment, and like is always nice, but as you know, I keep track of the views more than anything. You know, something gets more views than the other thing, I'll keep uploading that kind of stuff. If the country stuff takes over, or the model railway takes over, whichever gets the most views and whichever seems more popular is what I'll continue to work on. Bear in mind I've only done, what, 2 videos for each now? Or it's going to be 2, I think. The country one's only got 1, but yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, alright, end of. Let's move on. Let's give it a run. We've got the Gagemaster 4 track controller. These two are going to be our like express lines or fast lines. They are going to be the two that run around the board completely, and then there is going to be this inside line which kind of cuts the board short only a little, but has access to a couple of sidings in my fiddle yard, which we will get to shortly. Right, let's give this some power, shall we? It's only going to be end to end, but I've got some locos we can run. We will literally run them to the end and back and then switch over, and then maybe if there's time go into the fiddle yard and just test a few locos in there. We'll see. Anyway, I've waffled on long enough. Let's get it going. On into our fiddle yard. past my soldering point and round, and it will come to a halt right there. Okay, we've got the Bachmann Class 25, is it? From the Digital Freight set. I think it was one of their earlier DCC releases. I remember getting it when I was about 10 or something like that. But still going to this day. It's missing a buffer. You might spot it as it comes around. But yeah, once I actually get a model going, I'll also go around doing some maintenance on these locos, hopefully, and repair little things like that. I imagine just get a spare buffer, one that's similar, and some glue, and it should fix the problem. Right, which way are you gonna go? Hey, lovely. Here he comes. You aren't on the track properly, are you? Well, I don't know. Look out for that missing buffer, I think, on the front. Here it is. What can I say? I would like to point out, I am normally very tidy and very careful with my things. I've had the Loco for a good 10 years, and in between times I've moved quite a lot, so the fact it's missing a bumper and nothing else, so it's still running, I'd say I've taken good care of it. Alright, last one, and then I'm going to call it. One final little tank engine. Let's give it a blast. And it's going to stall when it gets to the point. Oh, like that. Okay, my friend Simon was asking. He messaged me after one of my last videos, so I thought I'd cover it in this one. Curves of the Hornby, and then flexi track for the fiddle yard. So we follow the large radius curves around. At the moment, we have just the Hornby insole frog points coming off and into the fiddle yard. We are looking at changing this system entirely. We are, now that the station platform's changing, we are going to introduce more points, and I don't actually know what they're called. You know those X crossings for a train or a loco, whatever you want to call it, to go from, let's say, the outside line past this line, this middle line, into the inside line. So it just completely misses it by going from one point across and into another. But yes, this is the fiddle yard. It is 5 lines for now. We are considering the fact we're going to add more and more scenery now we've cut back on the station platform. We are considering getting rid of this expanding foam that we used for mountainside. And yeah, we had a whole lot of it. But it's great stuff, to be fair. It did work. But we are looking at it now thinking, shall we just expand over this, the fact we're going to do scenery all around the board now. Just expand and have our fiddle yard that bit wider, a few more tracks. Yeah, if we branch off from this curve here and we were to bring it out even 2 more lines, every time you branch off and bring it out another line, the siding is going to get shorter, shorter and shorter, as you can imagine. You can probably see this, and I don't probably have to spell it out for you, but coming off this curve, running down will just naturally get shorter before you got to go back in to the other points over there. So yeah, it's something we've not decided yet. You know, it's nice being able to put some long rakes or long lineup of coaches in the sidings or assemble them in the fiddle yards, but if they get too small, they become a bit pointless, if I'm honest. It depends, you know. With running this DCC, we would be able to park multiple engines in a shorter siding. I guess another thing to look at is if we don't expand the fiddle yard outwards, but we go with the scenery side of things, is that scenery going to be in the way? I mean, in my mind, I've got a nice country road as my plan. Some just a dirt track or something, and maybe a rally car or just some sort of model. I don't know, just something that would make it feel more countrified, a bit more, you know, off the beaten track kind of road. Maybe some fallen trees, and where those dirt roads kind of have you can kind of follow the marks on the road of where cars have gone wide in the corners or that kind of thing. Just see little dirt trails of where cars have been prior, which wouldn't be a problem with the fiddle yard because it'd all be flat. But as soon as you add the likes of trees and signs, you've then got the idea of, well, the scenery's then in the way, isn't it? One slight knock of an arm and out goes one of the things. So I've not decided. I'll give you an idea. If I remove that piece, because that's actually the station platform there, to give you an idea underneath of what we're looking at. I'm thinking beneath this stretch here, between that pillar and that one there, have some sort of motorway or some sort of main road out of town and running off into the distance, of course, being a backdrop of some sort of scenery. That road would then come round and naturally link up with this industrial area that I want to kind of build on the front. Excuse my tat, I've kind of just left it all around. That, of course, then would follow, I'm thinking mining as well as not lumberjacking, but I don't know, some sort of factory or some sort of system operating supposedly in this world we're building. I haven't quite decided, but the idea with the coal, let's just follow this around for a minute. On the baseboard though, I originally was going to have some coal mines in here with little coal wagons that come back and forth and come out, and you know, can go down one and down the other, make some arches. If you are one of these people that saw my old layout, you'll know that's exactly what I had, some train tunnels. They were actually snooker pockets from a snooker table that was dismantled, and I like the rubber ring you had, so I put them in place. If I can find an old photo, I'll grab it. But I thought they were great. They didn't mind me taking them either, especially since the snooker table was just being pulled apart. But yeah, as soon as I spotted them, I was like, I'm having them. Some sort of mining operation maybe in this corner, and then that would be brought out. Maybe have some sort of supply, not bay, but some sort, use this piece of battening that's a support as a station platform, or as just some sort of, I don't know, just some sort of bay. Keep the point maybe so it can go off into that corner where the Gauge Master controller is currently, but also bring it round. I need to switch that point over though if I'm going DCC for all of it, not just one layer. Flicker that over, give it some more power. Yeah, and that's basically it, because then that just comes around to that board I just removed, and yeah, back around.